So this is an update, July 7th, I think. And this is all my loofahs for the love of loofahs. So these two here have been kind of struggling. I've got Louisiana Heirloom and Virginia Huskies paired off in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spots. So I have a total of 10 plants growing here. This section in the last few years always has seemed to be slow for some reason. I don't know if it's the soil right there or what, but the rest of them do pretty good. Last year, I got to go back and look, but I think this whole fence line was covered. Maybe by next month it will be. At any rate, they are working their way up. These are hyacinth beans. So we got some Virginia Huskies growing, and my hibiscus. And over here we have a Louisiana Heirloom growing. Again, they're all paired off. These are my experimental cross-pollination area. Some more Virginia Huskies and a Louisiana Heirloom. Take a quick peek inside because it's more visible that way. Yeah, so Louisiana Heirloom, Virginia Huskies, and then I got another Virginia Husky there. Got some more started up. I think that is a Louisiana Heirloom. It's kind of hard with two plants next to each other because I have to. Oop, there's the mama bird. She has a nest up here. Good morning, mama bird. Nest. Sorry. Go feed your baby, mama bird. And papa. And so this is what's going on out here. Like I say, I really didn't think it was this slow. That looks like a Louisiana Heirloom. And of course, it's making its way everywhere. Right over here, we have a volunteer, probably, it's going to be probably a Virginia Husky. Fell in a crack in the driveway from cleaning last year, and now it's growing. I'm letting it go. And then back here, I have also another volunteer that is sprouting up from some seeds that must have fallen in this area. And it's kind of doing everything on its own because I don't really water it that much. It must have a pretty good source in the ground there that it seems to do okay with. So that's the front yard. I'm going to go take a look at the greenhouse now and then move to the backyard. The idea of this greenhouse was just to grow some seedlings in and try to sell them. I've got a bunch of miscellaneous plants that I've been trying to grow over the years, but they're potted just because I don't know where to put them. And so this greenhouse is full of, leftover loofahs that are trying to grow like crazy here. And I've got, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have a whole bunch of loofahs that got to go in the ground. So I'm going to eventually move these to the back and get them out of here because I don't really think this is going to support loofahs growing on it. It's not that strong. And then some other miscellaneous small ones, my broccoli. And I have a bunch of these yellow pony watermelon that I sprouted from seeds from last year. These all came from Paul Leo at Pan Asian Heirloom. Gifted them to me last year. And I grew some, and I did get a couple, but animals got the rest. Those have got to go out. And you can see over here, the watermelons are even starting to sprout in here, even though they're kind of just living in a pan of water. So yeah, even more over here. Actually, I'm getting quite a few watermelons in here. Maybe I'll grow them in here. At any rate, the Virginia Huskies are all over through here. And Actually, I'm doing pretty good on watermelon in here. Might be a good spot to grow it. But they're flowering, and I thought I saw a gourd over here somewhere, but I'm not sure. But it gets really hot in here. This is like 10 to 15 degrees hotter in here than it is outside. And outside is up to 90 to 100 degrees. So you can imagine how hot it gets in here. And my navel oranges, which the thing about these is they have the bottom half of this pot was old loofahs. And I just put old loofahs in there to maintain space, water, area where the water could build up. The roots could go down, tap into it, provide some air in the bottom. And now this one had quite a bit of fruit on it, but it just kind of self-deleted a bunch of them. But there might be a few small ones come out. And that's the greenhouse situation. I'm going to go back here and look at all this, but just real quick, these are my dipper gourds that I'm growing over here. And they're all dipper gourds, but this one for sure is a dipper gourd. They're supposed to get really long. The picture had them like really long, stretched all the way down. So I've got 4 of those tapped into my water system so I can keep them watered, doing their thing. And then over here is loofahs that you can see they're going all the way down. Loofahs that I have planted outside from the greenhouse. And they are doing pretty good. They're taking a little bit to get taken off. And then this side is another batch of them that I planted. And so they were started back in February, but they have been in the greenhouse for a long time. So we'll see how these go. And kind of a sad moment there. I had to stop filming and put down our gander goose. He got sick, and over a couple days he's getting worse, and then other birds started picking on him. So at any rate, on to the loofahs. So this is again alternating Louisiana and Virginia heirlooms through here. You can see a Louisiana, I believe, and I'm going to say that's a Louisiana. Again, it's hard to go back and trace them to their which plant they come off of, but here's I'd say Virginia Husky. And Louisiana Heirloom. And some of these kind too that just don't do very well. I don't know what that's all about. And some up there, they just kind of shrivel up and don't really produce. So got a lot of this side, which is the east side of this. Seems like the plants try to run off into this direction. I'm trying to keep them in the pen because I don't want them to get eaten up by deer, which has been a problem this year. Another baby one here. But as you can see, they all want to, I keep trying to direct them up to grow along my bamboos I put up there, but they don't want to go. They just keep wanting to stretch out. These are all the side vines that are doing that. So I don't know. I'm out of really bamboo to work with, but if I can get some more or something, I might build up a little space here for them to come out, since that's the direction they want to go. And then in this section here, I had an area that I planted a bunch of the extra Virginia Huskies and apple. And I got one going on, but you can see everything's been pretty much decimated from the deer. They just come through and eat everything they can reach. And they never did it the other years, only this year, so I don't know. See, there's an old apple luffa still up in the tree from last year. And let's go over here and look at these. So this over here has become pretty much the Jersey Giant area. So I've got a lot of Jersey Giant in this area growing. And you see one that's actually come out. I went and looked through here a couple days ago and didn't see any fruit. And now, yesterday I walked through and all of a sudden I started seeing all these popping up. So pretty much all of these are Jersey Giants. There may be an apple or something stuck in here just because I'm trying to plant off stuff I have. But they're reaching out pretty good, trying to get all over. Again, the deer ate everything they could reach on the bottom. Luckily, they got high enough so I don't have to worry too much about it. But I've got to constantly direct these guys up and away from going off where they want to go. And then down through here, this is a whole bunch of mint that took over. And so since I got water here, I went ahead and planted about 6 lufas in here. But again, before I put this fence up, the deer came in and just ravaged them all. So they're not doing too good. So I've got my post hole digger and I'm gonna come in here and open up a bunch of holes so that I can get some more of those seedlings out of the garage and into here. See if I can get them a good chance of growing. And then that one section there has water. I tried luffa last year, but it didn't work out. And if I want to use that again, I'm going to have to fence it though, because the deer will eat them again. So that's where I'm at with my luffa growing this year. I can say this section in the back really kind of doesn't perform as well as my front yard for some reason, the very beginning of the video. It got all kinds of sunshine and room and everything, and it's on water system, so it's always got water, but it just doesn't seem to grow out as much. This one's doing pretty good though this year. It just needs more places to grow. And that's for love of luffa.